Yowie wowie, ladies and germs. Welcome to a very, very spooky X-ray vision, dog.
And we
Ooh.
back. I know y'all
That
missed us. Hey, we coming hard today.
they was like, where y'all
Very
go?
hard.
I was like, where y'all at? You know,
Yeah.
we had a bye week, and a bye week turned into a 2 week, and then what I mean. But we here now.
Call that a
We
double buy.
there you go, two time. Listen, dog. Y'all already know it's X the Unannounced. But it's not just me. It's my boy.
CBR, country boy Ray in this thing.
That's right. That's the dog. That's the big homie. And you know what we here to do? Spookify Halloween weekend sports for y'all. You know what I mean? And I mean, obviously, you know, I gotta ask my guy how he's feeling over here, before we get into this college. How you feeling, dog?
Man, I've been up and down, you messing with them damn Houston Texans, man. They have me up and down and full of that yak on the weekends. But we here though,
Hey,
under
man.
20, but we here.
Listen, man, them Bears got me opening up my can of yak too, man. But we'll say that for after. After we gotta handle business first, right? We gotta
Do
handle
it.
business.
Let's do it.
How about them Longhorns, huh?
Well, from horns, man, before I predicted, they was gonna be undefeated, but they still on the right track. They done lost one game, but this weekend that BYU came into town, and we just gave them boys a nice old butt whooping, Texas style, 35-6. Quarterback on the bench. We had to back up. Old Malik. He came out there and did his thing. A lot of people wanted to see little Arch Manning, but it ain't his time yet, though. It ain't
Not
his
yet.
time yet.
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet. We gonna
Get
wait.
that boy.
We gonna unleash Arch once we get to the SEC. Where the
That-
big dogs at.
You know
We
what I'm
coming.
saying? When it's big dog time, that's when the big dogs come out and play.
Oh
You
yeah,
feel
you
me?
better believe it.
That's how it is. Cause not just the Longhorns, but A&M, they trampled South Carolina 30-17.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So Texas is holding it down, you know what I mean, in a big way.
You know what they say about Texas, man. Everything bigger and better coming out of here.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. But I'm just we gonna roll past this. We gotta say it. You know what I'm saying? America's team, our team, X-Ray Vision's team, Colorado.
Yeah.
They fell a little short to UCLA, 28-16. You know what I mean?
It's not looking good for old Coach Prime right now, but all the real fans, we knew that already. I mean, they on a 3-game losing streak. What happened to them 2 weeks ago against Stanford, man? That's just crying out shame that they let them boys come back and do them like that. But coach, keep doing your thing, man. Get your boys right. Help is on the way. We know you can recruit, man. So we know you're gonna get some big dogs on that offensive line. You're gonna get some big dogs on that defensive line. And hey, we're gonna see that Colorado football that we supposed to see.
Already, dog. Cause think about it like this. And CBR said it in the beginning, dog. When they had that first loss of the season, everybody was riding high on the momentum of Colorado. You know what I'm saying? It's only 1 year. We done achieved a little bit more in this year than last year. We done already turned our season around as far as wins and losses. We get in there, y'all. I mean, it's a rebuild. This is a part of the rebuild process. You know what I'm saying? So hang tight. Just be patient with them boys. You know what I mean? Talk about that Stanford loss, it is what it is, dog. You know what I mean?
That was tough. They was up so big.
They was right
at
there.
that time, man. But again, that's a bit on the coaching and a bit on the players, man. You up that big on national TV, and they just it's unacceptable too, though. So, but I trust in coach to get it right. Prime, he gonna do it, man.
There you go, dog. There you go. Also, we want to bring in, them good old Bulldogs, you know what I mean? Georgia.
All right, number one in the nation.
In the nation. And they showing why. 46-42 on North Carolina. I don't know what was in their Kool-Aid, but you know what I'm saying? They was handling business.
Oh yeah, they're
And
gonna
I
continue
ain't,
to handle business. Georgia, they one of my picks for the college playoff. It's 4 teams that can make it, and Georgia, that they one of my picks.
I mean, Georgia's still perfect. So I mean,
Yeah,
they will be there. It's just who gonna be on that other side.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I said, got 3 other teams that's gonna be there with them. Hey, Timmy, you taking notes over here, baby girl? Let me give you a
Uh-oh.
couple of names.
Uh-oh.
I got Georgia. Of course,
Okay.
I'm gonna hook them horns and bring Texas in, and I like
Ooh.
Michigan.
Mm.
And then and my 14, it's gonna be another 1-loss team. I like Washington.
Okay. Now, okay, you bracket busters, you know what I mean? You heard it first. CBR from the X-ray vision, you know what I mean? Now, I ain't gonna hold you now. I like Georgia, Texas. Something about that just, that just sounds like a good game to me.
Yeah,
especially when the Texans played the Falcons. You know what I mean? I just feel like it's a little bit something there from somebody else. Hint, shout out my boy Price. But I do like your picks, man. I might have to shadow and agree with you, man, because the way Michigan put that whooping on Michigan State.
Yeah, that's tough right there. 49-0. Usually that's a rivalry, in-state rivalry right there, man. Usually they play each other pretty hard. I'm gonna have to go take a look at Michigan State and see what they're doing over there, because that goose egg don't look good on no paper.
Listen, man,
take it. Some ones and a bunch of zeros behind it, and that thing in your bank account. Ching ching.
That's them dollar bills, dog. And trust me, take it from someone who always lost their divisional rivalry to the Packers. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Losing that bad, it can sting a little bit. It hurt the heart, to say the least. You know what I mean? But I mean, Michigan they bulldozing on through this, dog. They not playing games. So I can see why you got them. How highly ranked you got them. So it'll be interesting to see, coming out, see where your predictions land. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. They're gonna be pretty spot on, my favorite part about the weekend, man, was to see them Oklahoma Sooners lose, to Kansas. That
talk about it, dog. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. Oklahoma undefeated coming into the game, They supposed to be superior in the Big 12, and Kansas come on in and gave them a whooping. Good game, I was watching some of the game. They was going back and forth, and Kansas pulled it out with the last touchdown on the end, and did they thing and upset OU. Now they behind in the rankings, trying to fight for a playoff spot. But Oklahoma, what I'm gonna tell you guys, win out. Texas gonna win out. We get that rematch in the Big 12 championship, and that's gonna be a spot for the playoff.
And we calling it right here, right now, dog. Y'all not beating Texas.
Now.
Y'all not beating Texas. Let's call it.
Yeah.
We can stamp the X-ray vision on that one, dog. We both on that. We agree on that one. You know what I mean? But just to wrap up this college week, you know what I'm saying? It was a fantastic weekend, though. I'm not gonna hold you, dog.
Oh yeah.
Looking forward to next week, you know what I mean? As the season starts winding down, what we got? 2 weeks left? 3 weeks?
Oh, we got college
until it's time.
4 or 5 weeks,
Well, I was saying till it's time for them playoffs. Till it's time till we get to the championships.
Happen until January. So
good point. You know what I'm saying? I'm just had to get them hyped.
The college bowl games usually start mid-December. So we got at least 6 weeks of college football left, till they decide who's going to what bowl.
Can't wait, dog. Yeah. As you can tell, it's heating up. You know what I'm saying? We got spots everywhere, kind of going crazy. You know what I mean? So we'll see as we wrap up October, heading into November.
Home stretch, man. They guys got to bring it in.
Speaking of bringing it in, should we discuss the NFL this our Sunday?
Let's do it, man. Why not?
I mean, y'all played first, man. You want to go first?
Yeah, let's start it off, man. You know, I'm coming into the Sunday, man. Riding high. We coming off a 2-week bye. Just put a beat down on the Saints in Houston. You know, and they had 2 weeks to prepare for the winless Panthers, man. The 0-6 Panthers, man. That like the 0-6 Panthers, man. I can say that 100 times and it still make me mad.
And it still don't add up.
They go in there, score 13 points. 13 points, man. Give up 15 points, but score 13. Other team, you know, they beat us. Sad day for Houston, Texas, man. Blame it on the offensive coordinator. Bobby Slovic, get your stuff together, man. We got dogs over there, man. Quit trying to run the ball all the time and pass the ball, man. Unleash your quarterback. The boy can play.
Release the Kraken.
Unleash him, man. You holding our team back, man. You holding our team back. Ain't no way we should have lost to the Panthers.
I've been telling y'all to listen to CBR, man. I'm telling y'all, look, get that man out the stands, put CBR sideline so y'all can get it together. Because clearly, y'all, we missing something here. Something, because like you said, Carolina,
man. Winless on the year, man. Winless. But, man, let's talk about the Bears, because, man, my head about to bust over here with these Texans, man.
Do we have to? Do we have to?
I think
listen,
we do.
All right, man, but I hate football, dog.
Oh, man.
And I'm gonna tell you why I hate football, dog. Listen, going into this game, neither of these teams had 3 wins. They both had 2 wins. You know what I mean? Somebody got to win, somebody got to lose. Coming off of a great game against the Las Vegas Raiders, you know what I mean? It was kind of shocking a little bit, I ain't gonna hold you, because I don't know where our quarterback came from, my boy, he done hurt his thumb, you know what I mean? We doing the smart thing, we're not rushing him back on the field, we're not rushing him to feel better to come back, take your time, heal up. We're not gonna put you in a damaging position. You know what I mean? I respect that. But I ain't gonna hold you, dog. Anybody got Colin Kaepernick phone number? Because at least he could throw.
He can throw.
Who is it?
Ain't nobody killing him though, man.
Who is this guy? Listen. I don't even know what to say. Like, okay. Baguette, I think is his name.
Oh, Baguette.
Baguette, like Baguette.
A rookie.
Man, listen. He tries to throw the long hauls, interceptions. Just throwing interceptions. He do the run plays. Cool. Stick with the run plays for a little bit. But then when he try to mix it up, when he's scrambling in the pocket, he just throwing I don't know who, and it lands in somebody's blue jersey hands. I'm trying to figure out what am I watching. Listen, dog. Chargers came out early and said, look, we finna get a win. Look. It took them, I want to say, in the first quarter alone, both drives, I want to say it took about 9-10 plays for them to get up the field, score a touchdown. Already up 14-0.
Yeah.
First quarter. They hit us hard. First quarter, dog.
They did. They actually did. I was looking at the game too, man. Sheesh.
I get it, man. 477 yards for Baguette. You know what I mean? I'm going to butcher your game until you play good. All right? You got to earn me saying your name right, goddammit. All right? Because it's just then it seems like the offense kind of like the defense was holding it down, right? They were doing their thing, Justin Herbert was getting off. The man was throwing darts out there.
Pinpoint accuracy, huh?
Yeah, he actually had a one of them games, back when he was considered one of the Fave 4 with those boys down in Buffalo, that boy down there in Kansas, and that boy down there in Cincinnati. But
I still think he top 10 at least.
because everybody not really giving him his credit, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he doing his thing. Justin Herbert is doing his thing.
Oh yeah, the Chargers said they paid him.
And it sounds like I'm rooting for him because I was. Once we got down to, because once we got to that second quarter and I kind of saw the play, I saw how everything was going. Like, granted, we got a touchdown in there. Cool, we held them to a field goal. But then they snuck one in right before the half. And I just knew from there, it was like, all right, we ain't coming back from this. You know what I mean? So they come back third quarter, do their thing. Now they up 37. We get a decent little 1 yarder. You know, he runs it in. But we failed on the conversion. Why we going for a conversion? I don't know. I hate football, dog. I could be here all day. Look, we got more games to talk about.
It's all right, man. It's all right.
We got more games to talk about, dog. We got the Saints next week, so we'll see what happens. We will see what happens, dog. All right, man. Anyway, I don't want to bore y'all X-Ray Vision fans with my cause for drinking, but you know, I'm just last thing, and I'm off my Bears. Last week, y'all said that Bagnett was the savior. Oh, let's get rid of Justin Fields. He need to be the starter. This, that, and the third. Where was he? Where was the same stranger that came onto this game last week against the Raiders, but now he go to LA, don't know how to play? Inconsistency. I'm tired of the inconsistency. That's all. Anyway, how about them Jets and Giants, man? OT, man. Shout out to the Jets, man.
The Giants dominated that game the whole time. Jets shouldn't even have been in the game. You know, it was an ugly game. That's one of the games nobody wanted to watch. And the Jets actually, you know, I caught the ending of that game because they turned it on the local channel. And the Giants, they were just dominating that game. Shout out to their defensive end, Kayvon Thibodeau. He was just giving the Jets fish. I think the boy had like 4 sacks yesterday in the game.
Ooh.
But, that old, what's his name? The Wilson quarterback for the Jets.
Zach Wilson.
Zach
Wilson.
Number 3 overall pick of this draft too. You know.
Top 3, man.
Yeah.
Supposed to be that boy.
He supposed to be that boy, but they brought Aaron Rodgers in, but we all know what happened there. But he was playing like things. He was playing like stuff. He was playing real bad, but that last little minute, that drive here, he tossed a nice little pass, put him in field goal range, and scored the game up at 10-10, and they get into overtime. They did their thing in overtime, and the Jets won the game, man. Crazy.
That's some OT madness for y'all, dog. I won't lie to you. Well, how'd you feel about that Thursday night game, the Buccaneers Bills?
Man, another good game, man. I'm hearing that the Bills won on a little bogus. They got a bogus pass interference call that shouldn't have been called. That put them in position to win that game. So I'm gonna have to go back and check that out. But usually, man, my sources are pretty good when I'm looking.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. If y'all hang out experienced fans, y'all know CBR sources is pretty tight knit. You know what I mean? They come with the facts. So, hey, he not lying when he tell you the sources are mad reliable. How'd you feel about them Eagles Commanders?
That was a good game, man. Eagles, a superior team coming off a loss from last week. 38-31 against the Commanders this week. I think they could have handled them a little better, giving up 31 points to the Commanders. That's still a bit alarming, but no, they did their thing, man. Shout out to Jalen Hurts.
That boy, he on a rampage, dog. Ain't that divisional too, if I'm not mistaken?
No, well, yeah, them two, they're in the same division. You know, Eagles first place in the division, and that other team in Texas with the Star, they second place in that division.
That other team, huh?
Yeah, that other team.
Yeah, you want to just jump into it while we here?
Nah, man,
Rams.
we ain't talking about that other team right now. Let's go on to the Jaguars. You know, Jaguars, they more my speed. Jaguars, Steelers. You know, I was kind of pulling for the Steelers to beat the Jaguars because the Jaguars, they first place in the AFC South at 6-2. They look like they running away with things, but you know, the Steelers, I think their quarterback got hurt again this week too. So that 10 points is 10 points.
Still sealing the win with an interception too was crazy, you know what I mean? So, hey, we pray for that boy if he is on the IR, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hopefully he get better. But talk about divisions, Vikings Packers, man. We don't have to talk about them right now. We'll talk about that game towards the end. How about that one? We'll save them boys for the end. How about the Vikings and Packers, man?
Vikings and Packers. 24-10 Vikings. Vikings lost their quarterback too yesterday, man, and I think he gone for the season. You know, Vikings.
So his Achilles, I heard.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's it for him. He got tied that Achilles. You finna be shot down for the rest of the year, and possibly some of next year. He ain't gonna never be the same.
I mean, he got a couple touchdown passes off. I mean, yeah, before that unfortunate sack that he tore his Achilles with, but man. Kirk Cousins, man, get better, dog. Get the surgery you need. You know what I'm saying? Minnesota 4-4. You know what I'm saying? Solid, I guess. Here and there. So, hey, it is what it is, man. Dirty Birds, because I can't refer to them as nothing else now because of price. You know what I'm saying? So the Dirty Birds and them Titans.
Little Titans, man. Titans, they made me mad today. They made me mad Sunday too, man, because they come out, they wearing our Houston Oilers love your blue colors. Y'all know that stuff belong to Houston, man. Why does the Tennessee Titans wearing the Houston Oilers stuff, man? Get our stuff back to Houston and, man, let us have our stuff back, man. But yeah, shout out to DeAndre Hopkins, man, and Will Levis, man. Rookie quarterback making his first start, tossed 4 of them touchdowns, tossed 3 of them to Deshaun, man. And I'm kind of pissed off about that, too, because Deshaun on my fantasy team, and he ain't been doing nothing all year. And the minute I sit him on the bench, he go off for 3 touchdowns. And I lose my fantasy league this week.
See, now that's a problem, dog. I think we need to hold that man to the fire. How you gonna make CBR lose like that, dog? Come on, dog. Why you wake up now?
I'm telling you, the moment I put him on the bench, man, he scored 32 points, man, and 3 touchdowns. I'm like,
mind you, dog, this week 9. Okay? We didn't all them other games. And the 9th week is when you want to kind of wake up and say, oh, hey guys, we playing football? Oh, we playing football. Let's go. Come on, dog.
Falcons, get it together. Falcons, get it together.
And that's that on that, man. That's how we gonna leave it, man. We ain't gonna say nothing too much. Now, I do want to mention an interesting fact before I bring up this next team. This is the 50th year anniversary of the Miami Dolphins' perfect season, which was the NFL's first. The 72 Dolphins won the AFC Eastern Division and the AFC Championship, and then defeated the Washington Redskins back then. Don't flag us now. They're the Commanders now. Don't flag us. I'm just reporting the facts.
Yeah,
14.
That's what they was called.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just reporting the facts. I know a few Commander fans that still wish they were Redskins, but it's neither here nor there. But they defeated them 14-7 in the Super Bowl. And actually, in Super Bowl 7, to complete an unblemished 17-0 record.
A record that will never, ever be broken, ever, in the history of the NFL. They play too many games now, and it's just hard to go undefeated. That record will stand long before all of us gone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you really... This is another... Timmy, write that down. This is another prediction that you say you got right now. You're saying ain't nobody touching that.
Nobody. Nobody.
Closest was Tom Brady and the Patriots, but they lost
in the
big.
Patriots. No, they lost to the Giants in the Super Bowl.
Say that again for all them Tom Brady fans. He lost in the Super Bowl to Eli Manning.
Eli Manning, that was his kryptonite. He couldn't mess with Eli. Eli just was that monkey on his back that he could never shake.
I feel that though, dog. When speaking of, technically, since I brought up the Patriots, even though Tom ain't on them no more, Dolphins Patriots 31-17, man. What's this new age Dolphins looking like to you, man?
Like a track team.
Full of runners
all over the field. They got speed all over the field. They gonna hit you every type of way, and they loaded, and they can score some points real fast. Yep. They got a wide receiver over there, number 10, Tyreek Hill, aka the Cheetah. Boy, putting up some numbers, some record-breaking numbers this year too. All right, Timmy. Here's another one. This man gonna break Calvin Johnson's wide receiver yardage record this year. Tyreek.
This year.
2000. This year, yes, this year.
Because he did 112 in that game on Sunday.
Oh yeah.
8 receiving. 112
he already
yards.
over 1,000 yards this year.
Now you heard that, Timmy. I hope you wrote that down now, Timmy, because we're gonna have to make sure. But I agree with you. I agree with you, dog. Especially the way Tua been throwing the ball. You know what I'm saying? You know, the hot hand that Tyreek has, especially in that Miami offense. You know what I mean? They
got some dogs over there, man. They got some dogs over there.
And some track stars, apparently.
Oh yeah.
So Saints 38, Colts 27, dog. We see y'all. We coming. Bear down next week, Saints. But
shout out to the Saints for beating the Colts. Division rival of mine. Shout out to the Saints.
Also, we need the Titans to go ahead and give up them colors, because I do kind of want to see the Texans and them throwback Oilers. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
Stay tuned, man. We got new uniforms coming next year. We don't own the rights to them colors, but we got something called H-Town Blue that's coming.
Okay, see, but X-Ray Vision exclusive, dog. Again, my man sources, they don't lie. So he say it. I can't wait. Then let's see who else we got over here. We got the Seahawks and the Browns, 24-20.
Shout out Geno Smith, man. Shout out Geno Smith. He's doing this thing, you know. A lot of people wrote him off. Wrote the Seahawks off after last year when they traded Russell. But, you know, Pete Carroll knew what he was doing. Young Geno was in the way. This was his second chance. You know, as you know, he got drafted by the Jets and flamed out there. Been back up fielder for a little bit and finally got his shot again. And so last year, he balled out. Seahawks gave him a contract. And he said, hey, you're my quarterback. And rest is history, you know. Shout out to Geno doing this thing. They beat the Browns 24-20. Like that because the Texans on the Browns' first round draft pick. The more the Browns lose, the better my pick is.
Talk about it, dog. Talk about it. To my knowledge, I believe they're not really doing the best anyway. 4-3 now as of this game.
They overachieving, I can tell you that.
you heard CBR, man. Y'all just keep not doing your thing, but doing your thing. You feel me? Do your thing, but don't do it. So that way, you know, we get them picks in, dog. And speaking of, I got to move over to, you know, Brock Purdy. I
don't know. Do we call him a fraud now? Niners lost 3 in a row.
I didn't call. Look, dog. Everybody in San Francisco, they not gonna write them off not so soon, man. They want their guy back, but they gotta have faith in him.
Yeah, they probably trying to be back on the phone with that other team with the star trying to call back and get Trey Lance.
I don't think he's gonna let that one go, dog. I don't think so. If we being honest, Trey, I don't even know he won't come back. You know what I mean? Because
I wouldn't want to come back.
Look, I know the star is nice. You know what I mean? Star is nice, but I'll stay where I'm at. But if you're looking at the other side at Joe Burrow, I mean, come on, dog. What do you expect? I mean, it's Joe Burrow.
Look like Joe healed from his hamstring injury. He out there throwing them touchdown passes to old Jamar Chase, and that LSU to LSU connection is still fire.
Dog, I'm trying to tell you, dog. 28-32, man. Joe Burrow wasn't playing no games, dog. 283 yards. He wasn't playing.
Point accuracy.
He was not playing, dog. And then Jamar Chase, 10 receiving, 100 yards. Come on.
Good stuff right there.
That connection strong, dog. Speaking of, Big Russ, beat them Chiefs 24-9.
Shocker there. Shocker.
Is it? I mean,
it's Sunday.
I mean, granted, yes, it's the Chiefs, but like I feel like, me personally, the Chiefs are gonna have a slow period, dog. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna show up every game, like you said.
Word on the street is Patrick Mahomes. He had the flu, but he tried to come out and try to MJ that thing and do a flu game, but he did his Rodman.
Yeah, because that's how you know it's only one. It's only one real flu game out here,
Yes.
That man closed the deal on the chip. Yeah, I mean. But all due respect to Pat Mahomes, you know what I'm saying? He got his rings, you know what I'm saying? He's a champion still. And the Chiefs are still high contenders. They only 6-2 now as of this. Broncos been having one hell of a season.
Yeah, I mean? Up and down. Sean Payton, get it together, man. Get it together.
Well, that job gonna be on that chop block, dog.
Yeah, I did say his job was gonna be on the chop block, but they gonna give him some time because the Broncos had to trade a first-round draft pick to the Saints for the rights for him to even negotiate and come there. So they ain't gonna fire him and lose their draft pick in the same year.
Respect, dog. Respect. Also, moving on to this next one, because with a highly touted quarterback, who's been having a season of his own, after finally getting the money he deserves, them Ravens and them Cardinals, 31-24.
And went exactly how it should have went, the Cardinals, I ain't supposed to be beating nobody, but that other team was the star apparently, but shout out to the Ravens.
Hey, dog. Because it is what it is, because they can beat the other team in Texas with the star all day, but, they just snuck out a couple. But they're not having the greatest season. But the other team, which we'll get to later, the other team in Arizona seems to be doing their thing against Texas, but we'll get to that.
Yep.
And speaking of Texas, we keep avoiding it. CBR, man. How the Rams do, man? How the Rams do?
Well, yeah, the Rams again. They quarterback got hurt, and they came on to Texas playing that other team with the star on their head. I guess they call themselves America's team. I don't know what for, but yeah. But the Cowboys, they beat the Rams 43-20. Again, the Rams quarterback got hurt. Of course, I have to help the Cowboy fans all week and all yesterday and today. We them boy, Defo, see whatever that little chat they be saying, but they got the Eagles next week. They'll go back into hiding after that.
So what you trying to say, dog? Because I believe after the Eagles, they got the Giants too. So we trading some water here. Now, that star, they 5-2. I ain't gonna hold you.
No, that's a good record.
It's a good record. They doing good. They got reasons to rejoice. It's just rejoice a little quiet. That's y'all. You know what I'm saying?
They can't do that, man. They just can't do that.
Y'all got it. You know what I mean? You got it. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, dog. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I feel like next week we're gonna talk about this game. We're gonna talk about the Eagles and the Star. We're gonna call them the other team from Texas, Star, right? We're gonna call them that.
That's what we're gonna call them.
We're gonna talk about it, But the excuse is, well, they was just in the Super Bowl. You know, the Eagles was just in the Super Bowl. The Eagles is
Well, they be quick to bring up their Super Bowls from
Timmy, write this down.
From the 90s, man. So they shouldn't be saying nothing about the Eagles Super Bowl.
You absolutely right, dog. And especially because the Eagles are a lot more closer than the Star is.
Yeah.
Way more closer. I dare I say they gonna end up repeating. Yeah, I mean they might end up jumping back into that water. But, you know, still got the rest of the season left. You know, it's only week 8. We gotta get there first. But mark my words, you know what I'm saying? We'll be here talking about the Eagles dub against the Star. Calling it right now, you know. It's writing on the wall.
Mark that down, Timmy.
It's writing on the wall. And to close out week 8, obviously we are recording, you know, on the 30th, Monday night, Raiders Lions. So game hasn't started yet. But I mean, what you think, dog? Got any words?
I like the Lions tonight, man. The Lions, they are a pretty good team. I think they want to bounce back from their loss last week. I like the Lions over the Raiders.
Okay. I agree with you. I'm right there. You think it'll be a close one, or you think it'll be a landmark? You know.
I think the Lions by 10.
That's fair. I'll say 7. No. I won't say 7. I'll say. Let's say 13. I'll say 13. Maybe a touchdown and a field goal. Keep them up. Raiders don't come back from it. That just about wraps up our week 8, you know what I'm saying? Little ups, little downs as far as how we're doing and, you know, what's going on in our league. But I mentioned that other team in Arizona, you know what I'm saying? And that team in Texas. Do we call this the other team in Texas?
Well, this the World Series. I guess we can give them names.
Okay, because game 1, you know, the Rangers came out 6-5.
Yeah, walk-off style. You know, even though Diamondbacks they was up 5-3 in the ninth, all they had to do was close it out. Couldn't do it
till that walk-off happened, boy.
Yeah, till that walk-off happened.
But I think they went to bed knowing that, dog, because they came back in game 2 the next night.
Yeah, gave it to them.
Gave it to them 9-1. We ain't playing with them.
Yeah. Arizona could have easily been up 2-0. Shout out to the Rangers, though. You know, they knocked the Astros off in the 7-game series in Game 7 in Houston. Shout out to the Rangers, though.
And that's all we're going to say on that, dog. You know what I mean? Obviously, again, like with Monday Night Football, we are recording on Monday, you know. So, you think Diamondbacks are taking game 3?
I like the Diamondbacks. I like Diamondbacks in 6.
Timmy, write that down. Timmy. Write that down. Diamondbacks in 6. World Series heads over to Arizona. Okay. I ain't even mad at you, dog. We ain't even got to worry about a game 7.
Well, no game 7, 6.
Okay, gotcha. We'll leave it there. We'll leave our MLB talk for there. You know what I'm saying? But that isn't the only league that kicked off. You know what I mean? Obviously, we got the NHL, but the NBA.
That's one of those days, you know, where we get NBA, we get NHL, we get MLB, and we get football all in the same day, man. It's one of them rare days right there, man.
Dog, let's talk about it. The season's bike, baby. Also, I just want to throw out there, you know what I'm saying? If there was any, and I mean, fans, I want y'all to listen to me. If there was anybody y'all ever needed to sing the Star Spangled Banner, it's Flavor Flav, dog. Let's talk about it.
See that, man.
Let's talk about it. See how Milwaukee's.
Yeah, boy.
They
sing
get it,
national
dog.
anthem, man.
You know, he put so much soul and funk into that Star Spangled Banner, you feel me? Shout out Flavor Flav, man. You did your thing, man. I ain't gonna hold you. Now, unfortunately, the Bucks lost that game to the Hawks. But still, man, you know what I'm saying? I felt it was a good way to kick it off.
Yeah. I never thought I would have saw that though, but yeah.
Oh, shoot, you and me both, dog. That was the last thing I expected. I'm thinking back, I'm like, he ain't try to sing or nothing with, Public Enemy, did he? Like, did I miss something? Like, I know I'm younger, you know what I'm saying? But I don't remember ever hearing Flav try to sing. But had I known he could carry a tune like that, dog, I'd have pushed it, you know what I mean, to the moon. And we got a couple season games going on right now. Warriors Rockets 106 to 95. You know what I'm saying? That was last night.
That was expected to happen, man. Them the Warriors and we the Rockets are, we're a rebuilding team.
Yeah, man. Cause I didn't know if you
franchise back.
I didn't know if you had any words for your Houston Rockets. But.
Yeah, no, we don't got no fight in the battle. We out here playing and building chemistry and just getting better with every game.
And you say James Harden set y'all back, huh?
Yeah, James Harden set us back. He can't ever bring himself back to Houston. Ever.
Are you sure, man? I thought it was the GM, man. This.
That's James Harden. What body?
Well, clearly they fell out.
Yeah, they fell out in Philadelphia.
I don't know, man. I heard it started in Houston, dog. That's all I'm gonna say, man.
Well,
My source.
Hey, bro, that GM gave James Harden everything he wanted.
And then what did he do, man?
James Harden was a spoiled kid in Houston, man. Got everything he wanted and didn't bring us a championship.
Even though we were close. It was real close.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We were close.
You know what I'm saying? And it was, I ain't gonna hold you.
I heard us hand me that year. Rockets the champions. Instead of the Warriors. Rockets the champions.
I remember. Especially when the Rockets had the Warriors down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All they had to do was close that thing out.
Had them 3-2.
Just close out. That's it. Get to the chip, and they probably win.
Okay.
Boom.
But
no, Chris Paul
was gonna win that year, man. But yeah, I can't even keep saying but that ship is long sailed. But yeah, that was our window. That James Harden got to tripping and being a baby and been a baby every way he been since he left. Couldn't work out with the Nets. Can't work out with the Sixers.
I was gonna say, and he not working out with the Sixers, even though
now he want to go to the Clippers.
Well, I feel like we've seen all this before, but
yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. The Rock. I don't know if we call it the Harden curse, but it's just gonna keep continuing, dog. In my eyes, I mean,
great player will never win a championship. First ballot Hall of Famer, but will never win a championship.
Hey man, shout out Charles Barkley. First ballot, but just can't get the job done. You feel me? Sixers beat the Trailblazers 126 to 98. Speaking of the 76ers, you know what I mean? These are obviously
without James Harden
because he not trying to play really. I mean he doing his contractual obligation by showing up, but he holding out, trying to force his trade, as someone of CBR's caliber would say, trying to force his hand, even though this is it's like the same formula. Is you can kind of read between the lines and you see it. You know what I'm saying? Trying to put a stop to it before it gets where it's at, then it gets where it's at, and then it's always something. But hey, Philly not my team. I ain't gotta worry about that drama.
Kings beat the Lakers. I don't know. I don't know what y'all doing over there, man.
Hey man, listen. I wish I could tell you, but hey man, it's another season. You know what I'm saying? We just working out the bugs, working out the kinks, man. We got it, We always do like a mid-season turnaround, you know what I mean?
Well, as long as you got LeBron and AD, anything possible, but you gotta have some depth behind that though.
It don't sound like they want AD, but so we're trying to figure out where the depth need to come from. I mean, hopefully as the season progresses, we just start picking up them pieces that kind of starts filling up our charts. Hopefully, we'll get there, But we ain't gonna be like the defending champs, the Nuggets, who beat the Thunder. Obviously 128-95. I mean, they just at this point. It's not that it's expected, but like I ain't really surprised.
Yeah, no, well, coach, they just play well, and they got the MVP on their team, the Joker. And when you see this man, he don't look like he can play a lick of basketball, but he will put it on yourself.
I'm telling you, man. It's like he makes it look easy without trying to do it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's exactly how it looks.
Spurs Clippers, to round out our NBA talk for the day, you know what I'm saying? 123-83. Clippers, obviously, I don't know what's going on over there, man, but I don't know. Adding that James Harden piece ain't probably what they looking for.
Yeah, they don't want to do that, but James Harden is a poison.
Heard it first, man.
And the Spurs, they just a young team with the number one pick on their team, Wembanyama, or Vic. So the kid, he looking like he can play.
I feel like time will tell, Hopefully they don't put too much mileage on that boy body, you know what I mean? Hopefully they don't run him to the ground, making the offense through him. Pop is smarter than that, obviously, but you just never know in these situations, Sometimes you get that first pick and then everything is...
I'm getting started with the first pick, because the first pick was rigged for them to go there. That first pick should have been the Rockets, and Vic should have been a Rocket, but it's another story for another day. It was rigged for the Spurs to win. They wanted him to go with that coach. Rockets was unsettled on who their coach was. They rigged it for the Spurs to win.
To my knowledge, from what I heard, I'm not just, I don't have CBR sources, but from what I heard, Pop was thinking about retiring and they wanted him to stay. He's a marketable coach. Yeah. So they gave him that first pick.
Who else gonna coach the face of the league? The supposedly face of the league,
Hey,
Plus, this man from France, Tony Parker from France. You saw Vic wearing the San Antonio Spurs jersey as a kid growing up playing basketball. So it just make too much sense.
But it's all right, Hey, like you said, another story for another day. We ain't got to conspiracy them out. You know what I mean?
It's there. How you think LeBron got in Cleveland with the number one pick?
Hey, man, listen. All right. X-Ray Vision fans. Cough. Yeah, so NHL is back as well, guys, Got a couple games in between, you know what I'm saying? It was a little 4-peat yesterday, you know what I'm saying? Sabres beat the Avalanche, Capitals beat the Sharks, Devils beat the Wild, Oilers beat the Flames. Small day in the NHL, you know what I mean? Told you, CBR, we can't, can't conspiracy them out, you know what I mean? Maybe next show.
Got you, but I want to touch on boxing. That was a boxing fight this past weekend too. Tyson Fury.
Let him know, dog.
Yeah, and he fighting a UFC fighter, Francis Ngannou, I think that's his name. I watched the fight, man. Everybody knows Tyson Fury is the undefeated heavyweight champion of the world. Boy got down yesterday, lost the fight, in my opinion, and everybody else's opinion that watched the fight. But of course, boxing with the judges. It was scored 2-1 in Fury. They not gonna let old Francis come in from UFC, new kid on the block, and give the heavyweight champion the fight. Give him his first loss of his career. It just ain't finna happen. But everybody who watched that fight and saw the fight know who won the fight.
What you're telling me, CBR, is boxing is rigged?
Boxing been rigged, man.
Because Tyson Fury, the cash cow, is never going to lose to a UFC fighter in his, not debut fight, but you know what I'm saying? He's not going to, They're not gonna get, like you said, they're not gonna get that man his first official technical loss
Yeah,
that way.
not from a newcomer.
Especially not a newcomer.
And he ain't even a boxer or the UFC fighter. No. That's just like saying Conor McGregor was gonna beat up Floyd Mayweather when they fought.
Ooh, I remember that, boy. They was going back and forth. There's no way he's gonna win. Da, 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 da. I'm like, y'all don't realize the sport y'all watching, but go off, let y'all do y'all thing. That's crazy, dog. But I feel like, since you let them know about boxing, obviously, because, our producer, I feel like since you let them know about boxing, dog, if anybody else is parlaying out there, I feel like, horse racing is at the end of its season with 2 races left for the year. I just want y'all to know this upcoming weekend is the Breeders' Cup.
Big thing for horse racing, man, and horse racing bring in a lot of revenue. People bet a lot on these horses and these jockeys.
No, exactly. Like especially when our producer told us that the payout would be 31 mil for the winner. Whoo-wee. Listen, man, I guess favorite in the Breeders' Cup is Arcangelo, who is the 7-2 Breeder Cup favorite, sitting ahead of Arabian Nights 4-1 and Yushaba Tesro 6-1. Man, yeah, it'll be interesting, man. Get y'all parlays together, man. So I'm just throwing it out there, throwing a little something, throwing a little curveball for everybody, since like CBR said, it's a big time going out in the league right now, since we got the last 2 races of the year, the second one, since I said that, will be on November 7th in Melbourne Cup in Victoria, Australia, which obviously, it'll be upon us. The finals will be revealed this Saturday afternoon, after or during the Breeders' Cup, so it'll be something interesting to look forward to, if you're into that thing. Obviously, we just want to put it out there so that y'all know.
Sounds good, man. Get your bets in. They got horse racing this weekend. Get your bets in.
Also, before we close out this, I know we gave y'all a long-winded episode of X-Ray Vision, but we had to fill the void. We had to get y'all enough of us since we took a little bye week, double week. To kind of get some things together behind the scenes. Before we end with our quote of the day, because I want to give y'all something inspirational to leave off on. I do got a couple RIPs in there, dog. RIPs to Walt Garrison, who led the Big 8 in rushing as an Oklahoma State Cowboy. Won a Super Bowl with, the redacted Dallas Cowboys, And in the NFL offseason, competed as a rodeo cowboy. Died on October 11th, 2023. He was 79 when he passed. The NFL team said in the story posted on the website Thursday that Garrison died overnight. They did not give a cause of death. He was a 5th-round draft choice of Oklahoma State University. Garrison played 9 years in Dallas and retired in 74 as the number 3 rusher and number 4 receiver in franchise history. He is still 4th on Dallas's all-time list with 4.32 yards per carry and 9th with 3,491 rushing yards. But it was Garrison's rodeo career, which he called his first love, that made him the ultimate cowboy.
R.I.P. Garrison. Rob Gardner, a former Major League Baseball pitcher who played with 6 teams in 8 years, including the New York Mets and the Yankees, has reportedly died at the age of 78. Gardner passed away on October 21st, 2023. In his rookie season with the New York Mets, Gardner pitched immaculate 15 scoreless innings In his best season, Gardner pitched 97 innings and held his opponents to a 3.06 ERA. He did throw a complete game in his career once against the Angels. R.I.P. Rob Gardner.
R.I.P. dog.
We're going to leave y'all with a quote. Football is like life. It requires perseverance, self-denial, hard work, sacrifice, dedication, and respect for authority. Famous words from Vince Lombardi.
Yeah, man, we had to leave y'all with something inspirational. I know we had to get the RIPs in there, but, you know, we wanted to leave y'all on something positive, a positive note, you know, not just trying to leave y'all out on a, you know, a bad note, you know. CBR, I think we gave them a jam-packed episode, if I do say so myself. How you feeling? How you feeling over there, man?
Good, man. I'm feeling good. I think people, y'all should love it. Also, shout out to the Hangout Media. Go check us out. You know, got some good reviews
man.
up. Got our Halloween review up.
We working on our Halloween special right now as we speak. You know, it's recorded. It'll be up for y'all listening pleasure tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? This will be up. This spooky little sportscast will be up. You know what I'm saying? We just trying to make sure everybody's fed. That's the name of the game, dog.
Yeah.
We gonna close out this episode, man. From X the Unannounced.
That's your boy Ray. And we out.
Peace.